What's going on, everybody? It's Big T with GreenWallSt.com. I run a trading community designed to help you become part of the 5% of traders who actually make money in the markets. And right now it might be 1% of people because most are getting schmooped. This week, the Russell 2000 officially entered a bear market. The NASDAQ was down off 15% from the highs. S&P officially in correction territory, I think touched down 11-12% from its highs. And a lot of people who just entered the market since March, early 2020, literally have never seen this type of thing before, and they're starting to learn that not only do stocks not always go up, but when they start to go down, they can continue to go down further and further and further than you think. You thought you bought the dip, and then you dipped after the dip, and then the dip buyers after the dip got smoked, so you really had to buy the dippity dip after the first dip or you died. And I made a video back in December talking about how to survive the next market crash, bear market, whatever it is. And I think that advice is really starting to come into play here in January. So I wanted to make another video just diving a little bit deeper into that topic because I know it's scary and it's not funny. A lot of people like to poke fun at, new traders or investors and, I told you so. I'm not here to say I told you so to anyone. It's like, it sucks losing money, and just want to talk about ways that you can at least be prepared for next time and continue to protect yourself even now, because, regardless of how bad things get in the market, they can always get worse. And it's kind of crazy seeing how panicked some people are when in reality a 10 to 15% pullback in the markets, it happens pretty often. Like if you're going to invest for the next 30 or 40 years, you're going to see lots of these. So it's best to be prepared and learn what to do, and more importantly, what not to do. So here we go. First things first, I have that you need to make a distinction between your investing strategy and your trading strategy. For me personally, when it comes to my long-term stock investing, it actually does not matter what the market is doing in the short term. I mean, it truly does not affect the way that I invest. I am not waiting for dips in order to buy the market. I am not waiting for anything. My general thought from a 10,000 foot view when it comes to long-term investing in the stock market, of course I invest in other things long-term as well, real estate, private investments, but just in terms of the stock market, whenever I am on my deathbed, whether that's 60, 70, maybe I'll make it to 80, shit, it could be 35, I don't know. But I'm assuming I'm gonna have a 30 to 40 year time horizon on my investments. And at that time, the S&P 500, it's gonna be at a price. And if I think that price is higher than the price it's at today, then my goal is to buy as much of that shit as possible until that time later in the future. I need to buy that shit. I need to buy a lot of it. And it doesn't matter if anything, the market continues to fall and say it goes down 20, 30, 40%, 50%. Say we get a real crash and markets are down over 50%. If you have a 30 to 40 year horizon for your investing, that's actually one of the best things that could possibly happen to you, as long as you continually buy the market, buy the market, buy the market, buy the market. So that is first. You have to differentiate your trading and investing. Number two on my list, which I learned this from trading through multiple corrections and making a lot of mistakes, is to not try and get too fancy. So especially when you're just getting started, yes, you have a lot of confidence, but even in like year 2, year 3, you really think that you're at the height of the knowledge that you're going to gain in your trading, and it can lead you to do some crazy shit. When markets go down, you just start trading everything. I used to trade, UVXY and all these volatility products and these leveraged ETNs because I wanted to get triple leverage for when the market bounced. And what would happen is my timing would typically be off, and I would take a lot of small losses before the market ever turned. And then when it did, I would finally nail a trade or two and maybe get back to break even or have a small win. When had I just kept it very simple and focused on either buying an index or buying quality companies, things that everyone knows and loves and uses, they make real products, real things, and make real money. Had I just bought on those and sat, I would have came out on the other side a much bigger winner after the market eventually corrected and went on to new highs. So second on my list is don't try to get fancy. You don't have to do anything. You don't got to go Michael Burry and start buying credit default swaps and wait until things, collapse and then you're buying stuff and now you invest in water. Like, you don't have to fucking do that. All you have to do is keep it simple, buy some indexes, buy some quality companies, and wait. That's it. I'm serious. If you do that, you will fare better than 90% of the active traders that are in there trying to figure out every day up, down, with all this leverage and all this crazy shit and hedging. I'm telling you, unless you're just a genius, it's probably not going to work. Number 3, I've got to be okay with not trading as much. So for me personally, I'm focused on intraday trading, and I love to trade stocks that are parabolic, stocks that are going up a ton. Something's up, 200% on the day, it's up 1,000% over the last week with no pullback. I love that sort of stuff. I trade momentum. Now, the problem with a market that is slowly bleeding and going lower is that there's not a ton of intraday momentum, especially in small cap stocks that I like to trade. So that means for the month of January, I've had more days where I simply did not place a trade than any other month in the last 2 years. And that is okay. You do not have to trade every day. Again, thinking, a long-term time horizon, you don't have to do much. Most people that are placing trades whenever the market is correcting and super volatile, and say you're in your first year or your first couple of years, 90 to 95% of those people are losing money. They wish that they weren't trading. How many times have you woke up on a day and you thought, like, damn, I'm bored. I got no trades, nothing to do. And then you fucking ape into something and you lose $1,000 or a couple hundred or whatever it is. And then you thought, well, damn, had I just not done anything today, I'd be in a much better position. Like, mentally, I'd have a lot more clarity. And when the good trade opportunities came, I would have been ready to capitalize. But now I'm scared because I took that dumb loss. So when the good opportunity comes, you don't really put all that you can into it. You're scared to take the risk that you know you need to take. So now you miss the good opportunities because you tried to trade the bad ones. And all you had to do was just sit there and wait and not do anything. Eat a sandwich, watch a movie, study trade recaps, do anything other than take dumb trade. You don't have to be a hero. You don't have to go out and try to nail the bottom and do all this crazy stuff. Again, ties back into you don't got to be fancy. If you don't see the market well and it's not making sense, just don't trade it. Number 4, and I think this is key, is that you have to learn both sides of the market. You need to learn to go long and you need to learn to go short, because with that, you are going to be a much more well-rounded trader. A lot of people who had been accustomed in 2020 and 2021 of anytime a stock goes up and it pulls back, all you gotta do is buy the dip, baby, hashtag buy the dip, and it goes higher. But then eventually that dip dips again, and that dip dips again. And you keep thinking, like, damn, this stock's down 70%. No way it goes further than this. Buy the dip. Wrong. Goes down another 50%. And then you think it can't go, it goes down another 50%. And the people who only know how to trade one side, they will continually just be looking for that dip, it will eventually come, but it's going to be way later than they think. It's going to be after they've already taken all these paper cuts or huge losses on the way down. And when you eventually do rally, they're already going to be spent and, out of money at the bottom, and it's not going to be good. And a lot of people like to blame, short sellers or whatever it is, or they try to pick sides like it's longs versus shorts, when in reality it sort of is. But you work together. Like, longs create profitable short opportunities. Dumb longs in the market, people that chase stocks that are way up, they create opportunities for smart short sellers. And dumb short sellers that short stocks when they're way down create opportunities for smart long traders, right? It's just the dumb traders on both sides that hate each other. The smart longs and the smart shorts, they don't hate each other. They work together in unison. It's like Call of Duty, and it's like somebody uses an assault rifle or whatever. They just hate snipers, and they just can't stand them. They will go out of their way to ruin the lives of snipers. And maybe there is actually some people like that. But you could just learn to use the sniper. Instead of hating the person that's doing it on the other team, you could just pick one up yourself and snipe them back. Learn both sides of the market. That way, whether we're going up, whether we're going down on any given day, you are able to spot profitable trading opportunities and not feel left out of the market. And last but not least, you need to join a community of like-minded traders. And luckily we have that at GreenWallSt.com, link in the description below. I'm serious. A lot of people will watch this video and think, you know what, that is great advice. And then tomorrow go ape into something and buy the dip that keeps on dipping and just completely forget about everything. And that's what happens. And I keep telling people, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room in order to make it long-term in this game. To be a great investor and a great trader, you only need an average level of intelligence, but you need an insane level of discipline, and you need to do the smart thing every single day. And any day that you don't do the smart thing and you do the risky thing, you do the dumb thing, you're just taking a step back. And most people can't string together 2 days worth of smart decisions. They definitely can't do it for 2 months or 2 years in a row. And surrounding yourself with profitable traders who have been doing this for a long time and who follow those steps every day. I remind people every day inside Green Wall Street that you only need one good trade every single day. You can be patient. You can wait. You do not need to overtrade. Just because something is moving does not mean you need to trade it. Just all you need to do is focus on you. Focus on what you are great at. Focus on your one particular setup, your one particular small little niche, and tune out everything else. Most people can't do it. But the ones that can will go on eventually to become great traders and great investors. And that's it, the bear market of 2022. I don't know if it's going lower. I don't know if it's going higher. I know that I have short-term trading plans. I know that I have long-term investing plans. And what the market is doing right now does not affect any of those. My short-term trading is doing fine. I may have less trading opportunities right now. I'm totally okay with that. That's par for the course. And my long-term investing strategies literally do not care about where the market is today. I care about where the market's gonna be in 30 years time. So that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all stay safe out there, seriously. It is a time where a lot of mistakes can be made, but also a lot of good decisions can be made as well. So hopefully that will help you stay on the right course. And once again, thank you all for tuning into the video. I will catch you right back here next time. Peace out, everybody.